All right, happy Father's Day to all my guys out there. The fathers, the good men who are putting it down, who are working hard, who are trying. I'm going to get to the word try in a second, but who are trying to be great examples for their kids, our babies, our loved ones, our communities, and putting in the work, especially when the work is hard, putting in the work when no one is watching, and doing the thing that we have committed to do, whatever that is, doing the thing and doing it completely. So this one goes out to you, big shout. I see you, I acknowledge you out there, all my good men, all my good fathers, my good dads out there. This one is for you. But I was also thinking about, yes, it's important to raise each other up on this day as men. It's important to acknowledge each other, to deliver flowers to our doorsteps, because you should be acknowledged. And a lot of times you don't hear it enough. And you quietly put in the work, something comes our way, we say, I'll take care of it. That's it. And that's all that needs to be said. And then we do our best to take care of the thing that we said we're going to take care of, and we do it completely. But how important it is to not only acknowledge each other, but also, I was thinking about this morning when I woke up, because I was just thinking about my own dad. I was thinking about our dads and our fathers who, wow, butterfly. That's cool. There's a sign. Thinking about our dads. Wow. And our dads who are no longer here, and our fathers who are no longer here, who aren't walking on God's green earth with us right now, who are, walking in the clouds. And those fathers need to be acknowledged too. And so I'm going to acknowledge all the good fathers out there who were great examples to their sons, who did the thing that needed to be done, didn't say a word, put in the work and finished the work completely. And I want to acknowledge those fathers, because I always laugh. I have a lot of friends who were raised by that kind of dad. And they would always tell me, and for those who still have that kind of dad, they would say, man, my dad was one of my best friends, or my dad is my best friend. I have a couple of friends who their dad was their best friend, and still today their dad is their best friend. And I would always smile and laugh, and I'd say, wow, what's that like? Your best friend, your dad? Yeah. I'd be like, man, really? Well, I didn't know what that was like, and that's okay. It just wasn't in my cards. But I did have a dad, and this is to the other fathers out there, and many of my very close friends were very similar backgrounds with their dads, who had a complicated relationship with their dads, and things were kind of messed up at times, and then really messed up at times. But, this is to the dads who, like my dad, loved us with the very limited capacity that they had. And as you get older, and I've talked about this with my friends, you get older and you go down this road of life, and you start to realize, man, this is where grace comes into play, and you begin to give more grace to the men who tried to raise us right, and who stumbled and struggled along the way and did not make good decisions. And they weren't a great example and a good role model for us, but they still did love us with the little capacity that they had. And in that comes grace. And by giving that kind of grace, man, it really, in a way, for me and my friends who had that kind of relationship with their dads, it allows more peace into our hearts. And that's so important. So I want to shout out to those dads too, who, I'm obsessed with a lot of things, and trying is one of them. And I always say, just try. And that's what our dads did. That's what my dad did. He just tried. So I give grace, and we give grace to those dads who raised us, and give flowers to the other dads who were the best friends of their sons. And on this Father's Day, I'll end it with this. There's that old saying that, in life, lovers leave, and people fall in love and out of love, and relationships blossom and marriages happen, then divorces happen, and friends will let you down. Sometimes even your best friends will let you down. And that's just the way it is. We can always control how we respond to that. You know, as I always say, we can't control how the world spins and how the world hits us and kicks us and punches us and kisses us and loves us. We can't control any of that, what the world does, but we could always control how we respond to it. And I will tell you that while we can't control any of that, the one thing that you can count on, if you're a girl or a boy, the one thing you can count on is your dad will always be there if he's a good dad. And so cheers to all the good dads out there. And, you know, I make sure that I'm that dad, that I'm always going to be there for my 3 daughters, always. You can count on that. Can't count on too much else after that, but you can always count on that. Now, I know what you ladies are saying. I know what my ladies are saying. I could hear you ladies right now. Well, DJ, what about us? We're always there as moms and wives. I know you are. Of course you are. I love my ladies. Yes, I'm surrounded by women. I was raised by women. But today's Father's Day. So it's all about my guys and acknowledging them and raising them up. So happy Father's Day to my guys out there. Keep working hard. Keep putting it down. Keep being that great example of being a good man. You stumble, you get back up, you call it like it is, you take accountability, you apologize, you learn, and you move on. So cheers to all my guys out there. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, as The Rock gets to give an emotional Father's Day message to all the fathers out there and also to his late dad. Hopefully you guys have listened to this amazing message because it's really touching and educational.